Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am the Channeling Goddess. If you are new here, hi, hello. If you are returning back, welcome back. So today we are going to be doing a pick a card reading all about what is falling into alignment for us, okay? So now before we get started, if you are looking for a specific message, it is helpful that you set the intention for that. So if you are looking for a certain color, a certain word, a certain card, it is helpful that you set the intentions that you see that so that you know that you are in the right pile. I will say that there are no wrong or right piles. I personally believe that any pile that you choose, there is a message meant for you in those piles, but trust your own intuition, trust where you're being led and where you're being guided, okay? I would also say if you're looking to make sure that you are in alignment and that you are hearing the messages that you are meant to hear, it is helpful that you tap into your own intuition. And one of the ways that I like to do this is by putting my feet in the grass and or taking 3 mindful deep breaths. You want to inhale for 3 seconds, hold for 4, and exhale for 5 to 6 seconds. This just helps you get more in tune with your own intuition and help you hear the messages that are meant for you, okay? So as you can see on the deck, we have 2 cards here. So first card is card number 53, Transformation, which is pile number 1. This is pile 2, card number 45, Starseed Elemental. Okay, so I will be reading both of these from the deck in their respective piles. So if you want to choose a pile based on the card itself, based on the number, based on the time stamps in the description box below, please feel free to do so. You can also come to each pile to hear the reading from the book of these cards to see if that helps you in choosing a pile, okay? So get your tea, get your coffee, get your beer, get your wine, and I will see you in your pile. Bye. Hello, pile number 1. If you chose card number 53, Transformation, then this is your card. So for some of you, I don't know why, but the way she's sitting right here makes me think of like a baby in a mother's wound or womb. So I would definitely say that for some of you, you are going through a rebirth, right? There is a transformation that's happening. You are growing into someone new. For others of you, this could be about you physically transitioning from a mom or a wife or something else into a mother. You're giving birth to a child, so congratulations. For some of you, you don't know you're pregnant. So sorry to ruin it, but you're pregnant. So definitely take a test. I just saw 44 as well. For some of you that you don't know you're pregnant and you're going to find out you're pregnant, you're worried about stability. I think that's why that 44 came through. Spirit is saying you're going to be stable, so don't worry about that, okay? For others of you, this is about a soul transition that you're going through, a transformation that's happening for you in your life. For some of you, maybe turning 53. For others of you, the number 8 is significant for you as well, because 5 plus 3 is 8, I believe. So for some of you, you're going through a transitional phase. I am going to read this one from the book. I'm not going to read it all because it's a lot, but I will hold it up to the camera so that you can see. But there is definitely a transition that's happening in your life. You may feel a little afraid because I don't know if you can see her face. There's a little bit of fear there. You can kind of see it on her face because you're going into the unknown. For some of you, you may be going into an initiation. You may be part of the indigo star seeds, I'm hearing. Some of you, purple may be your favorite color. You may like to color your hair because if you look at her hair, she has like several different shades of colors and stuff in her hair. But like, I think this one is very self-explanatory. There's a transitioning that's happening in your life. You may be afraid, but it's because it's time, okay? Something, I don't know why, but you may have star tattoos. Something about the stars on her arm is standing out to me. So you may have star tattoos as well, okay? Let's read this one from the book, okay? It says, this painting started with the name. I needed a hug, so I painted one. During the creation process, the image underwent a profound transformation that paralleled the journey I was taking deep within myself. This card signifies going inward and being truly present with whenever you are in your process. It emits a sense of self-nurture and a space that is held as a container for our delicate and vulnerable gestation periods. The final image is filled with blessings, like an angelic embrace This care emanates from the being, implying that she is creating it for herself. The most powerful healing comes from a place of presence and acceptance for all that doesn't try to fix anything or push things away. The divinatory meaning of this card: feel whatever you need to feel. It may be hard to be present with some parts of yourself. Bring them into a cocoon of gentle self-love and reflection, and insight will come. The shadows can be released and your heart space will soften. Cry or be angry if this is what you are holding on to, and laugh at the hilarious, ironic, divine perfection of it all. This card beckons you beyond your constructive outer self, where you can delve into the beautiful abyss of your being. Revel in the twilight before the dawn and let your wings unfurl. Okay, that was short. Yay. Okay, so I think this card definitely talks about going inward in this transformation. And I think I said that, like, for some reason the way I don't know why, but the way she's sitting makes me think of like being in your mother's womb. So some of you may be healing some trauma with your mother. You may be healing like a mother wound. That may be why you're here. That may be part of your destiny here, is to transform the mother wound that has been in your bloodline. So be very mindful of that. Even within your own transformation, like the card talks about, she's given herself a hug. Like this started out from the author needing a hug, so she essentially gave herself one. For some of you, this is spirit coming through to say that even when times get difficult, make sure that you love on yourself. Make sure that you have a lot of self-care involved, a lot of self-love during this initiation process, during this transformation process. I also just I have a reading coming up at the end of the week. I think it's going to come out on Friday, where it was like soul awakening, and the universe was coming through to say that it was giving you a hug. So there may be a message in that reading for you as well. But specifically, I'm hearing that for some of you, you haven't loved on yourself enough. You haven't given yourself enough hugs. It's almost like giving yourself a chance to cry, giving yourself a chance to be hurt. And you need to do that in order to transform. Like, it's almost like you're going to need to be honest with yourself about the things that you feel, the things that you've let nobody know about. Because I imagine there are some things that you are going through that no one in your inner circle, even people you consider your friends, are aware of. And there's a transformation that's happening in that. But learn to love on yourself as well. Okay, let's get you some messages. Spirit, any messages for pile number 1 about this transformation card? What are they aligning with? Yep, this transformation is also part of your alignment. The reason why it's happening right now is because maybe you're falling into your soul's purpose. Maybe you're falling into what it is Spirit wants you to do. And in order to do that, you need to be aligned. And whenever there comes to alignment, there's transformation, okay? So we have the great severing. Yep. Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. So for some of you, may be softening to the idea of love. For some of you, this transformation is going to cause a great severing. So you may be, for some of you, you may break away from your mother, because I heard the mother wound when I got this card. For some of you, you could be breaking away from your mother. You could be breaking away from a maternal figure in your life. For others of you, you're softening to love. To me, this feels like self-love, like you're learning to love yourself. You're dealing with a lot of conflict as well. I'm getting some of you, there may be like a blow up that may happen, that because that anger feels almost volatile, so to speak. So be careful. Understand that when this does happen, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. But there is almost like a great letting go. Like there may be some people that you are letting go, and it's part of your transformation. And these people need to be out of your life in order for you to fall into alignment for what Spirit has for you. Okay. Then we have the 7 star sisters. It says birthing, creations, tapestry of life, expression. Yeah, that birthing coming out, birthing creations for me. For some of you, you definitely are pregnant, or you're about to be pregnant. So if that's not something you want, be careful. For others of you, this is not a physical pregnancy. This is not a physical birth. This is you giving birth to new ideas. But in order for you to be in alignment to those new ideas, some things have to change. Some things have to be let go. There needs to be a great severing. Okay. And it's a part of your transformation, right? It doesn't seem like it, may not feel like it, but that's what this is a part of. And then we have inner earth. It says you'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. Yeah, this is, I'm telling you, this reading is in alignment, because it's telling you there's going to be a great severing. There's going to be a birthing, but you'll survive this, right? There's transformation here, but you're going to survive this. This is a new beginning. This is a new solutions that are coming into your life. And Spirit is coming in to say you're going to be fine. It's not going to feel like it in the beginning, right? And I've been hearing that a lot. It is not going to feel like it in the beginning. You may be seeing the number 555, but it's not going to feel like it in the beginning. It's not going to feel like you're going to survive. It's not going to feel like, you know, you're going to be all right. But Spirit is here to say, like, it's almost like a pattern, right? Or like I don't want to say a pattern, but it's like a progression, right? You're going to go through the severing. There will be a rebirth. There's new beginnings, but you're going to survive this. And then your bottom deck energy is loosen your grip. It says coping mechanisms, destiny, addiction, let God in. So for some of you, I'm hearing you need to let go. Some of you're going to be releasing addiction, or you know someone who's in an addictive, like has an addictive personality. They're going to be releasing that. For some of you, those coping mechanisms that you've been using to get by or to have some semblance of a normal life, that is going to be changing. Spirit wants you to rely on your own power. Spirit wants you to rely on the changes that's happening within you, the new beginning. For some of you, your starseed family is coming in as well, because something about the 7 star sisters, something about that feels like your soul family is going to be coming in very soon. So during this transformation, maybe you're going to get this hug from your soul family, but things are definitely changing. Like, it's like the wheel of fortune. Things are changing in your favor. But in the beginning, during this process, it may not feel like it, right? It may feel like this shift is the most uncomfortable thing that's happening to you. Something about this happening in 7 days. Okay, I'm hearing 2 different things. For some of you, this is happening in 7 days. For some of you, this will be happening after 7 full moons. So just, if it resonates, if it doesn't, it doesn't. That's okay. Okay, let's get you some cards from the Fairy Oracle deck. Spirit, can we get some cards for pile number 1, please? What's coming into alignment for them? What are some things that's coming into alignment for pile number 1? Thank you. We have the Gatekeeper. It says fairy time shifts, dimensional slips. So for some of you, I'm hearing you may be you may be quantum jumping or time jumping. For some of you, part of what you're supposed to do in this life is be a gatekeeper. So for some of you, if you go into a new spiritual practice, it may be meant for you to gatekeep this. I'm hearing that. It may be meant for you to gatekeep it, even if it's just for a little while. It is meant for you to be the gatekeeper. Not everybody is meant to be in this practice. For some of you, you may be a teacher. That may be part of what it is that you're going to do, like this new, whatever it is, this great severing that's happening, this new beginning. It could be that you're going to be a teacher. For some of you, this is definitely about you becoming a mother, becoming a nurturer. But for some of you, you are the gatekeepers. And things are about to shift. I'm hearing you haven't been at your post. You haven't been at your post. And I think it's because you don't even know that there's a post there. Like your soul, your higher self and your soul is aware that this is there, but you're not aware of this. Okay. And now you're going to be put in a place where you're going to be the gatekeepers, right? But in order to get there, right? Because sometimes as a gatekeeper, this is a lonely life. This is a life of solitude, which is why, you know, it could only be you and your sisters, so to speak. Like, this doesn't have to be, you know, male or female, but I'm saying sisters because that's what's up here. For some of you, it could be those of you who are gatekeepers only, I don't want to say associate, but you're only dealing with gatekeepers. You're only interacting with other gatekeepers. And that's why the great severing is happening, because for some of you, this path you're meant to walk it alone. Okay? Let's get you, Spirit, can we get another card in the bottom deck energy, please? What are they aligning to? Yeah, for some of you, you're aligning to your higher calling, but there's a transition that has to happen in order for you to do that. Okay, I'm going to show you both of these, but we're going to keep shuffling. We have Greenman's Bride, sacred union, commitment, ceremony, maturing into deep relationship. And then we have fairy lovers, new love, courtship, romance, falling in love. So for some of you, you could be aligning with love in your life. I'm going to keep shuffling because that's too many cards, but you could be aligning with love in your life, okay? Spirit, can we get a card as well as a bottom deck energy for pile number 1? What are they aligning to? Thank you. It says light the darkness. It says ancestral line, generational shift. Yeah, for some, you guys shift twice. Time shifts and shifts here. So this is definitely for those of you who are on a more spiritual journey. Things are definitely about to shift. They are about to change. And I think I say you may see the number 5. You got 4 plus 1 here is 5. You got 4, 5 here, and you got 5, 3 here. So 5 could definitely be significant for you. Things are about to shift. But for some of you, I'm hearing you're going to be the light in dark places. For some of you, your ancestors are coming through to say that this shift, this is something that you've done throughout your bloodline. This is a gift that has been given to your bloodline. And I think that's why you're meant to be a gatekeeper. Not everybody is meant to understand what it is that you do. This is not, you may not be meant to train everybody, only those in your ancestral line, only those that your ancestors deem fit for this particular practice or whatever it is that you're doing. It could be very, very significant for you. For some of you, you may start seeing the Star of David a lot. But for others of you, I'm hearing it's almost like you're going to be like a living flashlight. There are going to be people in your generational line, and they don't have to be in your specific bloodline, your generational, your ancestor line, that could find you, right? Because of the light that you shine. Like I said, you're going to be a light in dark places. The light that you're shining on, no, not the light that you're shining, but the light that you are is going to bring in people who are meant to learn from you. And it's almost like you are going to be the doorway. That's how they're going to get in. They cannot get in but through you. For some of you, you may be drawn to Papa Legba, I believe is the Orisha that I'm thinking of. For some of you may be drawn to him because he is the gateway. He is in order to get to other Orishas, you have to go through Papa Legba first. For some of you, you may be a Gemini. For some of you, black, red, or white may be your favorite colors, because we have white here, we have red, and then we also have like brownish black in her hair. So that may be confirmation for you as well. Bottom deck energy is catch me. It says trust, surrender, leap of faith into the unknown. So for some of you, this transformation, this transition that's happening, it is going to be you jumping into the unknown. But it's almost like your ancestors are here to say that we're going to catch you, right? You, and this is going to sound crazy, but you falling is you being alignment. You letting go is you being in alignment, which I know sounds so weird, but it's almost you letting go and taking this leap of faith and jumping into the unknown is your transformation, right? It is you surrendering to your highest self. It is you surrendering and being more in alignment. Maybe your alignment is free falling right now because that's where they need you to be. It's almost like your trust needs to be tested, and that's why you're in this place where you're falling, so to speak. Okay. Let's get you some other cards. We're going to get you some soul contract cards. Okay. Let's shuffle one time, please. Okay. What are they in alignment with? Pile number 1. Can we get one card and then the bottom deck energy? What is pile number 1 falling into alignment with? We have divine light. It says divine light clears the darkness. Yeah, you got light here again. Divine light clears the darkness and reveals the truth. Trust in its guidance to show you the way forward. Illumination, spiritual clarity, truth revealed. For some of you, that's exactly what you're going to be. You're going to be a divine light for others. Their way forward I'm hearing their way forward is through you. The way they get to where they're going is through you. You are going to be a light in dark places. We got the full moon here as well. You're going to be a light in dark places. And people are going to find their way back home. People are going to find their way back to themselves through you, right? The truth, because we got truth being revealed here. We got spiritual clarity here. So there is a truth that needs to be revealed in your bloodline to other people, and you are going to be that light, okay? Bottom deck energy is soul alliance. It says walk with your soul allies. Yep, we talked about this, the 7-star sisters. Walk with your soul allies. Together you will fulfill greater missions. Collaboration supports shared growth. Yep. Your starseed family is definitely coming in. They are coming in this reading right now to say that they are going to be here to guide you. They're going to be here to walk with you. They're going to be here to go down this path with you, because it may be a difficult situation. It may not be something that you are quite ready for or quite prepared for, or you don't think you are. I'm going to say it that way. You don't think you're ready for this. And part of it is true-ish. And the reason why I say true-ish is because right now you're going through a transformation. You're going through I'm hearing like a glow up is what I'm hearing. But you are definitely going to be a light. You may find yourself being drawn or resonate with the word light worker, because you are going to be a light for others in dark places. Okay. You are a gatekeeper, even if you don't realize it, even if you don't know it right now. You are a gatekeeper into this new life for other people. Okay, let me pull you, let's see if I can find them. Let me pull you another card from, I think it's the Women Myth deck. Okay, let's pull you a couple of cards. Can we get one card, please, Spirit, for pile number 1? Who are they falling into alignment with? The deity could help them throughout this process. We have Princess Bari. It says Heroine the Healer. And I'm going to read that one from the book as well. I'll put it right here. Bottom deck energy. I am not going to butcher this name. I'm just going to show it to you. It says Monster the Hunger. Okay. So let me read this one from the book. Okay, so we have Princess Bari. I hope I'm saying that right. It says, though she was abandoned by her family, the Korean Princess Bari, the 7th, wow, you have the number 7 again. The 7th and unwanted daughter of the king and queen travels to the underworld to find a cure for her parents' illness. The card meaning says, blurred lines and confusions reign. You may need to establish or reinforce boundaries. Learn the difference between helping and enabling. Offer yourself the kind of support you so freely give others. Your advice, Princess Bari is recommending a cautious approach. Consider very carefully what you are willing to give to or do for someone and why. Remember that it's okay to ask yourself how you personally benefit. If you do get involved, help by empowering them instead of fixing it for them. So for some of you, you may find yourself, you may resonate with being the fixer or the story of Princess Bari. I would definitely say to look it up and research it. But what I'm hearing is, for some of you, part of this transformation is that you've been giving so much to others, because we got gatekeeper here, right? You've been giving so much to others. You may be the type of person in your life where people are like, oh, I can always call this person for help, and I can always call them because I know they're not going to say no. And Spirit is saying part of your job is to be a healer here on earth, but you're also meant to gatekeep, right? You're not meant to give out everything, because here's the thing that I'm getting. What you are going to be the guardian of, it cannot be given to everyone, right? So the energy that you are in right now, or the type of mentality that you have right now of giving, is going to have to shift, because you are a gatekeeper of this new information that's going to be coming into you. You are a gatekeeper, and you cannot just be given all willy-nilly, right? You cannot just freely give what has been not so freely given to you, I'm hearing, because you're going to have to work for this. Like Spirit talked about in here, like anger, conflict, flighting, softening to love, the great severing. There is going to be some pain associated with you letting this, whatever this is, go, but it's because you need to shift your mindset. You need to shift the way you think, the way you see things, because you are going to be a gatekeeper, and part of this is in your transformation. You cannot give so freely what is in your bloodline. For some of you, I'm hearing this was freely given to you, but you cannot freely give it away. And I just saw 225. and 224 as well. So you cannot freely just give away what was given to you. Okay, you are a gatekeeper, right? Only those who, I don't want to say qualify, but essentially qualify for this information, those who have shown themselves worthy of this information, those who are in your bloodline, even not even everybody in your bloodline, only some of those of your ancestral bloodline is meant to have this information. And right now there is a free, it's almost like, this is going to sound weird, but it's almost like your ancestors are putting you through a trust fall exercise, right? That's why you're being asked to let go and surrender, is because it's almost like it's going to teach you how to have discernment. It's going to teach you how to know who should and should not get whatever it is that you are the gatekeeper of. Okay, and I'm gonna read the bottom deck energy. Like I said, I'm not gonna try to say this, but it's Monster the Hunger. It says indulgence, ravenous, devouring. Yes, okay, I get why this came out now, because there are other people who are leeches who will try and leech off of what it is that you give so freely, right? You are a healer, right? Not give so freely, but what it is that you are protecting. But there are people right now in your energy who just freely take from you. They don't give anything back. That's all they do is take. Okay, it says this particular person or goddess is an all-devouring monster from Zulu mythology who swallows anything, people, animals, objects, whole. It says you may feel a lack of satisfaction, like you are hungering for something more and something different. It may not be for lack of trying, but your efforts are not hitting the proverbial spot. Perhaps you need some self-indulgence right now. Are you denying yourself something you truly want or need? This right here inside you is awakening to be fed. Operate from a perspective of abundance, not lack. So I really think that this is talking about you giving giving away what it is that you have. This could be something physical as well. For others of you, this is talking about you wanting something, but it's almost like you sacrifice. I don't know if you resonate with the idea of being a martyr, but that's what I'm hearing. Like you're willing to sacrifice your own happiness, the things that make you happy, for other people, but you don't invest back into yourself. I think sometimes doing that is okay. I think giving is a beautiful thing, but I think when you continue to give from a place of lack, right? Because you haven't filled up your own cup, that's a problem, right? You're giving to everybody else and you haven't given anything to yourself. And part of this transformation is learning that, I think it's on the plane when they talk about how you're supposed to put your mask on first, because you can't help anybody else until you help yourself. And I think that part of this spirit is saying that the reason why, for some of you, you've been knowing that a change is coming, but you haven't quite gotten there yet. And it's because you haven't really transitioned out of the space of giving to everybody else and not yourself. Spirit is saying if you want to treat yourself, absolutely treat yourself, but do it from a place of abundance, not from a lack mindset. Okay, let's get you some angel numbers. Oh, okay, that was quick. Oops. Okay, we have 1414. It says light up, mood swings, respect, family, constructive outlook, quality. It says, wow, focus on your needs, desires, and hobbies. First thing to come out, right? You really do need to focus on you. It says everything is more acceptable with light attitude. You keep getting the light word here. It says everything is more accessible with light attitude. You will be blessed with new opportunities, a new friend, or in addition to your family. Wow. You will be a blessing with a new addition to your family. I think I talked about this. Yes, I did, about somebody being pregnant or you having a baby. So it's coming out again. Good vibes will speed up the process. So listen, if you don't want to be pregnant, be careful, because you are definitely in the space of growing your family. If you are, congratulations, because if it hasn't happened for you already, it's getting ready to happen, right? Spirit is confirming it. Some of you may be born on the 14th of a month, or 14 may be a significant number for you, or 5, because I talked about that as well, because 1 + 4 is 5. Okay. Then we have 9999, lessons learned. It says culmination, results, benefits, reflection, completion. It says, take stock of your accomplishments and how you arrived at them. This is a reminder to maintain optimism and drive toward your goals. Maintain your momentum and know that the powers of heaven have your back. You made it and the reward goes to you. So for some of you, this is coming through to say that after this transformation that is happening, you are going to be blessed, right? There are a lot of benefits that's coming into you. Learn this. I'm also hearing learn this lesson once so you're not doomed to continue to repeat it, okay? Bottom deck energy, excuse me, is 0404. So 4s may be significant for you as well. Oh, and I think I saw 44 as well. It says slow down, balance, power, struggle, force, violence, hope, authority, ancestors. Your ancestors are coming out again. Restlessness, low vibrations, warning. It says pay close attention to the people in your life, your surroundings, and your physical health. Don't freak out. It's just a warning to be careful and awake to avoid any further issues. Communicate clearly and keep healthy boundaries. Those boundaries, that boundaries to come out with the ancestor card is basically saying that you are the gatekeeper, right? You need to set firm boundaries. For some of you, this gatekeeper card could be about you setting boundaries in your own life. Like I said, this feels very spiritual to me, but this could be just about you setting boundaries in your own life. But for a lot of you, this is about your ancestors coming through to saying that they're going to help you set boundaries to keep low vibrational energy away from you, or to help you understand how to transmute or redirect low vibrational energy. So this is coming down, as a warning for you to slow down, to pay attention, because that's what this is giving me. Pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to those people who are around you. Don't be so quick to judge. I'm hearing don't be so quick to judge others, but also understand that you need to tap into your intuition to be able to hear and understand and be able to set firm boundaries on how you move forward in your life. Okay, so pile number 1, this is all of the messages that I have for you. Thank you so much for sticking it out all the way to the end, and I'll see you in our next one. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. If you chose card number 45, Starseed Elemental, then this is your pile. Okay, before I get started, I do need to say something. When I got ready to click on this video, the top part of my lip got numb. Okay, so I don't know if someone here is not speaking their truth. I don't know if maybe you need to go to the doctor, but if you feel that, I would definitely say to get that checked out. Okay, for others of you, this is, I'm hearing this is a call to silence. This is a call to hold your tongue. Something about you needing to hold your tongue, because there's a lot of fire behind something that you need to say. Because look at this right here. There's a lot of fire behind what you need to say. It's almost like Spirit wants you to slow down, take a breath, feel, because I'm hearing this, feel whatever it is that you need to feel, and then speak. For some of you, whoever you're talking to cannot accept your fiery tone right now, and they need like a semblance of silence from you. They need a semblance of understanding from you. Yeah, and it's still there. It's light, but it's still there, and I was perfectly fine. And then I pulled out your card to start this reading, and literally like my top lip, it's like, and it's in the inside of my mouth. So to me, that feels like something internally is on fire. And you can't see it. You can't see it, but my, let me see if I can show you. Do you see that flame over there? It was very quiet a few minutes ago. And now it is like really high. Can you see that? It's really high. So for some of you, there's a lot of fire in your voice, in your tone, in your messaging. And I don't think the person can handle it. Whoever you're talking to cannot handle it right now. Something about it is too fiery. It is too, like, look at this. It's too large. Spirit wants you to slow down. Be careful how you speak to somebody. Something about your speech needs to change, okay? All right. Whew. All right. Whew. Okay. Got a little small headache from that. But we're going to read from this card. It says, whew, 45 Starseed Elemental. It says, children as teachers, fun, lighthearted, joy, laughter, newly incarnated souls, the child within maintaining an exquisite perspective, wonder, and imagination. Okay? So it says, being with children can be a great way to recapture wonder, innocence, unapologetic truth, and wisdom. Their realities are not yet muddled by shrouds of canutes, and their imaginations are often so wild and creative. They can be our biggest inspirers. For some of you, you're talking to a child. I just got 333. You need to be careful how you talk to a child. It says, furthermore, as their incarnation from pure spirit is more recent, they are still aware of energy and have a natural psychic awareness. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I'm getting. I'm getting that a child may say something to you that you may not necessarily want to hear, but it's not them speaking. I want you to listen to what they have to say, because it's not them speaking. It is spirit speaking through them, okay? I'm just a messenger, okay? It says, sometime adulting can become too serious. When this happens, bring a childlike, lighthearted sense of play to your perspective. To your perspective can be the most productive way to rebalance. Facing challenging circumstances with inquisitiveness can bring joy to whatever we are accomplishing. Imagine stepping into a child's shoes and seeing how they perceive the world. If you have a problem, consider how a child may solve it. Think back to when you were little and what you loved to do. Remember how the world felt around you and how magical and mysterious things may have been. What has changed? What would you tell the 7-year-old you? I'm going to say this. The number 7 keeps coming out. It came out in pile number 1. And now it is also coming out in pile number 2. Also, pile number 1 got the message that they could be giving birth or could be pregnant or something like that. So that message could resonate for you. And I just saw 505, which came out a lot for them as well. So for some of you, you may be, there may be a message for you in pile number 1. Okay. It says, the little people of today will be the inventors, creators, and leaders of the world. How can we help nourish their big souls to ready them for an optimal journey through life? Right now, powerful souls are incarnating on Earth to help with progression of the planet. I want you to see this. Can you see that? 7 is there as well. So 7 is very significant for this particular reading, not just this pile, but the reading in general. It says all children are equally special, but some may have different or unique needs due to their more sensitive and energetic natures. For some of you, you're dealing with someone who's special needs, so be careful with how you treat them. It says the ways children were brought up in previous generations may not be the best option for today. Humans are evolving and children can be our wisest teachers. May we listen to them with our hearts and let their ways unveil fresh new eyes so we may see a whole new world. The divinatory meaning of this card is bring a sense of play, lightness, or spontaneity to your life. Be inspired by children of your inner child. You are encouraged to add inquisitiveness, fun, and laughter to your reality. This card may signify the presence of a child in your life. Spending time with children will help you experience the world from a fresh perspective and see them as the inspiring teachers they are. Okay, so pile number 2, I'm getting that what's falling into alignment for you is you becoming more childlike, you being more in your childlike energy. Is almost like I'm hearing that you're going to mother yourself or father yourself, whatever term that works best for you. But it's almost like you're going to be retraining yourself, so to speak. That's what's falling into alignment for you. You're going to be remothering yourself and retraining to yourself. And I think that's why that I got that message, with the numbness of the lip. Is spirit is almost saying that the way you wanted someone to talk to you when you were a child is the way you need to talk to your own children, or the way you need to talk to yourself, the child within yourself. For some of you, spirit, your alignment is about you being nicer to yourself, which sounds weird, but it's about you being nicer to yourself. It's about you speaking to yourself with more gentleness and more care, because I don't think you've done that. I don't think you've really spoken to yourself with more of a childlike energy. There is a lot of fire that is not yours behind how you speak to yourself, how you deal with yourself, how you interact with your own self. And what's falling into alignment is more peace, more tranquility, also stepping back, and speaking to yourself with more divine words, with sweeter words, okay? For some of you, in my mind's eye, I am seeing from the Green Witch's Oracle deck, the Chamomile card, which talks about softness, right? It talks about tranquility. Yeah, this fire is going crazy over here. So I was going to pull from another deck, but I think I'm going to pull from the Green Witch's Oracle deck, because that card clearly came into my mind's eye for a reason. So for some of you, Spirit is asking you to be nicer to yourself. Be more calm to yourself. Part of your alignment is learning to talk to yourself with grace, with love, with tranquility. Because for some of you, you are your worst critic, okay? You are your own worst critic. You don't give yourself any space to make mistakes. You don't give yourself any grace whatsoever. You are so hard on yourself. And your spirit guides, as well as Spirit, is coming through to say to not be so hard on yourself, okay? Okay, we're going to keep shuffling. What is pile number 2 coming into alignment with, Spirit? Give us a couple of cards. Okay, we have Rosemary. It says remembrance, loyalty, faithfulness. Ooh, for some of you, you're remembering your own childlike energy. Okay. Thank you. We have Buds. It says new beginning, expansion. Okay. Oops. Alrighty, can we get one other card, please? That's 2. We have Sage, wisdom, purification, harmony, lavender, tranquility, kindness, self-care. Not surprised. Let's get one other card as well as the bottom deck energy, please, Spirit, for pile number 2. What are they coming into alignment with? We have Snow. It says rest, contemplation. For some of you, may be dreaming about snow. And then bottom deck energy is earth, peace, grounding. Okay, let's talk about it. Okay, so your first card was Rosemary, remembrance, loyalty, faithfulness. This card in the beginning talked about you remembering things from your past, right? You remembering that childlike energy that is within you, or how you felt as a child, moving in those spaces when you are dealing with yourself. This to me is talking about you remembering your true self. Some of you, this is about you remembering what you came here to do. That is why this is coming out. There is a faithfulness that needs to happen in order for you to get into alignment. I'm also hearing the song Remember Me. I only saw it on TikTok. And it was specifically around the Native Americans. And I think it was the loss of an individual. I apologize if I'm getting this wrong, but the only part I can hear, the only part I'm hearing is remember me. That's the only part that I'm hearing. So for some of you, you may have Native American ancestry, and they were calling out to you to remember. For some of you, you may see a white buffalo very soon, I'm hearing. That may be, I don't know if you've heard that term, or you've seen that, or you know the history behind like seeing a white buffalo, but that could definitely be significant for you. I'm hearing the name Sherry. But for some of you, this is about you remembering your past lives as well. I'm hearing there is a loyalty that you have lost to your spirits that you need to get back. For some of you, there could be childlike energies coming out, or deities reaching out to you. So the one that comes to mind is Papa Legba. It's just the one that I know, but it could be someone else, like a trickster energy that has like that playful. Some of you may resonate with fairies as well. There's a playful, almost kid-like energy around you. For some of you, okay. For some of you, I am channeling a child. Trigger warning. I am sorry for your loss. I am channeling the loss of a child. It's almost like, It's almost like you lost this child and then you lost your childlike energy. I wouldn't be surprised if you're a completely different person than when you, like before you lost this child. And that's why that remembrance is coming through. It's almost like the child is coming into your energy to say to remember them. This is going to sound so weird, but it's almost like you were giving birth to the childlike energy within yourself. And when you lost this child, it felt like you lost the essence of who you were. You haven't quite been the same since then. And this child is coming in through, like, into your energy to ask you to remember who you were, to ask you not to forget, to ask you to honor that child that you've forgotten. For some of you, you may benefit from working with rosemary, smelling rosemary, maybe even planting rosemary. I'm also hearing plant this rosemary in remembrance of this child. Could be very significant, okay? Then we have buds, new beginning, expansion. For some of you, this was about you. This child may have been about you starting things new, expanding. But I'm also hearing, for those of you who lost a child, that child's energy that's coming through is coming through to say that you will have another one. This is not the end. Another child is coming. There's a new beginning that's coming for you. Now, for some of you, this is an actual physical child. You will have the opportunity to have another physical child. For others of you, there is almost another way for you to be a mother. Or a father, if this is significant for you. It is going to expand your family. For some of you, this could be with a pet. For some of you, you could adopt. For others of you, this could be a project that is your baby, right? Something that you do, a job, or a new business that you start that is your baby. And I think that's why that childlike energy is coming through, because it's almost like spirit wants you to be very childlike in your energy when you're dealing with this new beginning, when you're dealing with this expansion. It's almost like there is a remembrance that they want you to have of joy, of love, of excitement, because you've forgotten what that feels like, okay? Then we have snow, rest, contemplation. For some of you, you've been dreaming about snow. You've been dreaming about snow, and it may have been happening in a season where snow would not necessarily happen. So let's say you live in Texas, right? And it's fucking hot outside. You wouldn't expect for snow to be outside in the middle of July or August. For some of you, that is confirmation that this is your pal. For others of you, the snow is coming through to say that, your time for rest is over. It's almost like you've reverted into yourself and you've forgotten who you are, and that's changing, right? That is absolutely changing, okay? And then we have earth, peace, grounding. For some of you, this energy is heavy. It's very, very heavy. It's like in the front of my forehead for some reason. Some of you just recently went through a loss, okay, of this child. And part of the way you find peace is through grounding your energy, because there's a dove here. There are cycles of the moon. Spirit is saying that there are going to be cycles where you're going to feel like you are in pain. There are going to be cycles where you are going to feel like you don't know if you should be going right, left, up, down. You're going to be so confused. But Spirit is asking you to continue to ground, continue to remember this soul that you lost. Because there's a reason why you're being asked to remember. You're being asked to be in a place of peace and grounding, okay? Let's get you some cards from the fairy deck, because that fairy energy did come in, and this energy is heavy, and normally I would want to like tap out of it, but I don't think it's meant for me to tap out it, so I'm gonna go with it. Okay? Let's see, Spirit. What is pile number 2 coming into alignment with? What do they come into alignment with? We're going to get 3 cards. 2 cards into the bottom deck energy. Spirit, what are they coming into alignment with? We have Greenman's Bride. It says sacred union, commitment ceremony, maturing into a deep relationship. For some of you, you may get into a relationship very soon. You may have been seeing signs that a relationship is coming for you. This may not be a traditional marriage, so I don't know why I'm getting this, but if you've ever read any fantasy books, specifically like wolf related fantasy books, it's almost like your marriage will not just be a ceremony. It's not going to be the traditional you walk down the aisle kind of thing. There is a deeper connection here that is beyond physical. This is like one soul, like one soul becoming whole again, I'm hearing. So there's a very deep connection and a union that's coming for some of you specifically. That's what you're coming into alignment with. Soul connection and union with another soul. And then we have Stardust. It says premonition, galactic communications, beginning and ending. So for some of you, you got new beginnings here, you got beginnings and endings here. I'm also getting, for some of you, your spiritual connection to the divine could be changing. You could have recently had a premonition of something or several premonitions. Spirit is coming through to say that those were real. You may have questioned them. The color purple may be significant for you as well. But you've had premonitions. For some of you that have not had them, you will have those premonitions. I'm also drawn to the bells on her feet. So for some of you, I'm hearing the bell tolls or something like that. So for some of you may start seeing a bell. You may work with the energy of the bell. That may be a way for you to cleanse the energy around you. For some of you, you're falling more into alignment with having more premonition. So it may start small and increase. For some of you, the crown of my head, it doesn't hurt, but it's like pressure. So some of you may be feeling pressure in the crown of your head. That's what you're falling into alignment with. Okay. Wow. Bottom deck energy is gatekeeper. It says fairy time shifts, dimensional slips. For some of you, you came from pile number 1 because this card came out in pile number 1. So for some of you, you are going through a dimensional shift. So for some of you, you're time jumping as well. For some of you where this is a spiritual message for you, you're going to be just like pile number 1. You're going to be the gatekeeper of whatever this is. You're like, because we have starseed here and then we have galactic communication. So for some of you, you may be connecting with your starseed family. I feel like for some of you, this is going to happen in your dreams. It may not, but for some of you, I feel like this is going to happen in your dreams. There is I can't think of her name, but there's a lady on YouTube, a Caucasian lady that talks about the Galactic Federation. I don't know if you listen to her or if you connect or resonate with some of the things that she say. There may be a message in one of her readings or something for you. So if it pops up, I wouldn't say trust your intuition, but it may be a message in there for you. For others of you, you are starting a new journey. It's gonna sound really, really woo-woo, of being able to see into the future. For some of you, your premonition abilities are going to be activated, and Spirit wants you to have a childlike energy about this. Don't take it so seriously. Like, even though some of the things that you may get, the messages that you may get may be very serious, Spirit says they want you to come at this with a very childlike energy, meaning that you are willing to see the good in it. You don't like prejudge it. Like, cause sometimes as readers, or sometimes as those of us who have the gift of speaking, of being able to channel, sometimes the messages that come through are a bit hard to I don't want to say translate, but to give out. And sometimes it can cause us to hesitate in what we say. And I think Spirit wants you to have more of a childlike energy, where you don't know, even though it may be hard for you to hear, it may be something that the other person needs to hear. Like, it may be hard for you to say, but they need to hear it at this time. So don't hold back. Don't try to jump out of that energy, because it could be heavy, right? But in its heaviness, let it be what it is. You've been chosen as a channeler. You've been chosen as a person who can give these gifts, who can give these messages. So give the message, okay? Let's get you a couple of cards from the Shaman's Dream deck. Sorry, I should have warned you about that. My apologies. Okay, let's get 2 cards. 1 card and then bottom deck energy, please, for pile number 2. What are they coming into alignment with? For some of you, this union that's coming in, it is with your ancestors. It is coming into union with your gift, okay? Then we have card number 61. It says well song resonating. Bottom deck energy is straddling worlds. Yeah, wandering between realms. I'm not even surprised because we got that premonition card here. So I am not surprised that wandering between worlds is here. So we're going to read from the book on both of these cards. For some of you, this resonating is making me think of like this message is definitely resonating with you. For others of you, you may be moving to a different resonance where you can connect with your higher self. You can connect with these other worlds. For some of you, this is also about you connecting with that child that you lost. Okay. All right. So card number 61 is well song. It says remembering. Wow. That is crazy. Remembering, harmonizing, resonating. It says there are moments in life when you have a sense of deja vu, that you visited this place, these feelings, this person before, and you know that a new opportunity to dance has come around again. Yet this is haunting quality to it. There is a haunting quality to this, a melancholy as life mysteriously fragility is also underlined. Like a whale song that pleads for its simple notes to be matched by another, you have a short time to capture this essence and let it resonate in a way that is potentially transformative, but only if you don't turn around. Sometimes you may forget the moments of humanity, your truest desires, because you become so earthbound and calculating, striving, and doing. You're so overstimulated by the chase and what you're exposed to that you forget your heart. Now it's time to jump in the water and play and be reminded of your creative self, your collaborative impulse to sing along, seeking harmony, beauty, purpose, and meaning. At this moment, this is your exact invitation. You will achieve more than the plans you set in motion if you use this opportunity to explore, be curious, and take a much needed break from what your mind thinks it needs to accomplish. Your heart is calling, answer it. So for some of you, this is a calling of past lives. This is a calling of you stepping in more into your divine plan or your purpose as well, because you can have more than one purpose. I think people hear that and they think, oh, I'm just, set to this one thing, but you can absolutely have more than one purpose. And for some of you, you've been called into that. There's a lot of resonance here with you resonating with like on a certain frequency. Something about the well song is like you're calling out and spirit is calling back, or your ancestors or starseeds are calling back to you. For some of you, you're putting this resonance out and your bride or your partner is coming in. They're like your relationship is getting stronger, even if you're not physically in contact with this person. For somebody, you could be physically in contact with this person, but for those of you where you're not, it's almost like you're calling out to this person and they're answering the call. Okay. Then we have 52, which is straddling worlds. It says being comfortable in 2 states, wandering between realms, reinvention. It says when straddling the world card shows up, it is an invitation to get used to living with one foot in your old world and one foot in the new. There is no going back to the way things once were, and what will be is not yet fully here. You must find the delicate balance that can bring you delight as you relish the past and all your memories, along with awe as you glimpse the astonishing and exciting future. Do not wait for applause. Move on quietly, humbly, invisible to others. This card brings an invitation to begin not only a new chapter, but a new book in your life. Do not break the news to anyone. Let people be as surprised as you are as you reinvent yourself. Make sure you are not just a slightly improved or more polished version of a dated and obsolete you. Birth yourself into someone original. Do not feel like you have to explain yourself to be understood by anyone. Become a mystery even to yourself. Gaze into the mirror one morning and be pleasantly surprised. Straddling Worlds invites you to become a true wizard, not one who performs magic tricks, but one who has mastered the dance between the invisible and the the visible and the invisible worlds, between the realm of form and formlessness. You are the birther of new ideas, new beginnings, new ideas of original and subtle ways of being in this world. So for some of you, you are transitioning into something new, right? For some of you, this is really about you giving birth to a child. For others of you, this is about you rebirthing yourself. This is new beginnings. For others of you, this is your spiritual side coming out, saying that it's like your ancestors are coming through to say, now it's time for you to have this other aspect of yourself, right? It is okay to want to be spiritual, but also be in, because you can be in this world and not be of it, right? So example, you can want the finer things in life, but still want to be spiritual. I think the Conjure family on Amazon and Apple TV have proven that, right? You can absolutely be a spiritual being, but also want the finer things in life, want to go on a private jet, want to have a really nice house, want to be able to not worry about your bills, have, as much money as you can have flowing into your life, right? It's okay to want that balance. Spirit is just saying to understand that it is a balance, being in one world, having one foot in one world and one foot in another. So for some of you, this is definitely about to change. There is a balancing act that is going to be happening, or that is going to be required from you very soon. Learning how to balance yourself. For some of you, this is also about you balancing your own energy, balancing your own intuition as well, I'm hearing. I'm going to shuffle, so just warning, it's going to get loud. But this is about you being in more than one world, right? This is, for some of you, this is about you still being in this world, but being in contact with your Starseed family or the Galactic Federation, okay? If that's something you believe in, okay? Let's get a couple of cards. We're going to get two, actually. We have Deep Cellular Healing. There are wings in both of these cards. So for some of you, you may see wings, you may see feathers. Because each of these fairies have wings as well. It says Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. So for some of you, we talked about this, with the loss of the child, you could be going through a very emotional healing. For some of you, I don't know why, but this feels like heaven's gates or something like that. So you may have a chance to interact with a lot of high vibrational beings. And the reason why they may be coming to you is because they're helping you to heal these old wounds. For some of you, you may want to look up Arcturus energy. There may be a message for you. I'm not sure if that is a Starseed family, but there may be a message in that for you. Okay. Then we have Lost Lands. It says soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. Yes, for some of you, you're definitely coming into a remembering of your old self. You are remembering the path that you were once on. You are remembering who you were before you came to this earth. You are remembering who you were before you manifested into this life. Okay, let's get some cards from the soul contract deck. Yeah, for some of you, you are definitely remembering. This is like very soul deep, because even like the pillars up there makes me think of like Olympus. It makes me think of like what people would describe as heaven. So it's almost like this is more spiritual. You're going to a very different plane from the rest of us. You're going to have one foot in this world and one foot in another. Okay. Any messages for pile number 2? I think we got 2. Thank you. It says, let go of the burden, release what does not belong to you, and your soul will feel lighter and freer. Lighten the load, release spiritual freedom. Yep. I'm not even surprised. Divine light. This came out in pile number 1. It says divine light clears the darkness and reveals the truth. Trust in its guidance to show you the way forward. Illumination, spiritual clarity, truth revealed. So for some of you, there is an illumination that's going to be happening. And I didn't mean to say elimination. So for some of you may be letting go of some things. I went to say illumination. So things are going to be highlighted for you. Some truths are going to be revealed, and maybe that's why you're in this place of like of new beginnings, of letting go. You've rested for quite some time. For some of you, you're going into a state of rest, and Spirit is saying while you're in that state of rest, contemplate and heal in this state. Don't just rest, but actually heal in this state so that you can progress into something new. Okay. But for others of you, there's a truth that's about to be revealed that is going to almost cause a shift in your life. Okay. Then we have Path of Miracles. It says the universe is laying out a path of miracles for you. Trust and follow it. Magical encounters, spiritual journey, inner awakening. I did say that for some of you, you may be meeting or being able to interact with high vibrational beings. So for you get magical encounters to come out, soul journey, inner awakening, you are definitely in alignment to be more in tune with those high vibrational beings so that you can hear and receive the messages that they have for you. Okay. We're going to pull some of these angel number cards. Look, we got alignment. That is crazy. We're going to pull some of these angel number cards just to see what messages comes out for us, okay? For pile number 2, what messages do you have for them, Spirit? Oh, and it flipped over. Okay, Spirit, I got it. You have 222 alignment. It says connections, friendship, romantic relationships, family ties, balance, life choices, compromise, commitment, trust. It says, how do you move forward toward your life's true calling? Do what makes you happy. Your enthusiasm is what keeps you going. Follow your interests. It is piqued by something. Following these routes will help you discover your life's purpose. So this is definitely telling you that for some of you, like I'm really hearing you're in alignment. I really, honestly, not for some of you, for those of you who are intuitively drawn to this pile, you are in alignment. You will not be here if you were not. You're in alignment, right? You're in the right place. Spirit is asking you to trust the things that, because you said, it says do what make you happy. And when you're a child, no one really has to tell you to do that. You just do it because it's natural. It feels natural to you. That childlike energy is still coming in through your reading because it's asking you to tap into your true calling, right? Look at this. Wow. Bottom deck energy is 2222. Feminine forces. It says relationships, balance, prosperity, efficiency, patience, humility. It says you can do anything by yourself, but life is to be shared. Partner up with the right spirit and you'll become a force. Honor commitments and people around you. Don't judge and listen. Okay. So for some of you, this is about you. This is your partner's energy coming in to say that I'm here. You're going to be reading the right partner. For some of you, you've prayed to meet the right partner. You may have even asked Spirit to not let you be in any other relationships. I just saw 34. You may have asked Spirit to not be in any other relationships until the right partner come along, and they're finally coming along to you. They're finally going to be in your energy. You're finally going to experience this person. And it's crazy because I saw 34. There's 35 here. There's 38 here, right? So threes could be significant for you as well. But for some of you, this is definitely about you coming into alignment, coming into partnership with this person. For some of you, coming into partnership with this person may feel like a miracle because it's almost like they're going to be exactly what you prayed for. And it may be a little bit hard to believe. The Spirit is saying be open to communication. Understand that this union is very sacred. It is not something that can be depicted by man or a piece of paper. This is something far deeper and far more soul heavy, so to speak. And when I say soul heavy, I mean it has a lot of weight from the universe with it. So there is a partner that is definitely coming into your life. That's what you're falling into alignment with. And I think that, you know, for you to come to this reading, there are some things here that you needed to hear. There may have been some things that have been hard to hear, but they were meant for you to hear at this time because you are ready. Okay. So pile number 2, this is all of the messages that I have for you. Thank you so much for sticking it out with me all the way to the end, and I will see you in our next one. Bye.